Hello YouTubes, welcome back to another quarantine edition vlog. I am one third of the trio of terror. Go check out my brother's Vic Springston on his channel over at Graveyard Creepers, and Dave over at the Weird Kid Show channel. We're bringing you guys daily vlogs during this quarantine to kind of keep everybody kind of busy and occupied. So in the meantime, I've got a little art project I want to take care of today. I've got this old deadhead goat skull I bought a couple of years ago. I bought a pack of 3 of them out of Texas. I've used one and made a little display out of it. I took one and made a wreath for my front door for Halloween. So it's just a skull plate. But this guy, as you can see, is pretty well a deadhead. There ain't much left of him. He's pretty dried out. Most of his skin is off. He's kind of dried out and he's seen his best days have come and gone. So I'm going to use him for a little art project I want to make for Halloween. Now the other skull I had was this guy. So these guys came together. And little brother over here, I put in a vat of RIT dye for probably about 5 minutes in brown RIT dye, and that's the color he got. I haven't touched him except for to seal him after that. And I really love the look on it. I think it's super cool. So I want to take this guy and I want to give him a similar finish, but I want to try and make him blood red. And I want to put him in a little vase and stuff and make a little display out of him. So I'm gonna go get some RIT dye ready, and we're gonna drop this guy in the vat and see what we can get from him. Okay, so what I have here is leftover from last year. This is just plain hose water and a little bit of RIT dye. I used the RIT Cherry Red. I'm gonna fill this gallon up and dump it in the 5-gallon bucket here. And what I don't use, I can pour back into here. Like I said, this is last year's water. I just put it back in the jug before winter time. So I'm going to dump it all in this 5-gallon bucket. And what I don't use from this skull, I will put back in this jug. And I've got a little bit left in this container, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill it off. Now some of the colors of RIT dye are a lot stronger than the other. The red is strong, the green is very strong. Alright. I'll show you in a second. Okay, I'll mix this up. I'm going to leave this guy in here for maybe a day or so. Hopefully that'll give him good color. If not, I'll keep checking on him until I'm happy. But then we'll find out about how much time it's going to take to get him blood red for my little art project. Alright, that's just from stirring it. Alright. Let's set this little guy in there. And when we get him out, hopefully he'll be blood red. Alright, he's in there. We'll check back in a day or so and we'll look at his color. Alright, it's been about a little over 24 hours. I want to check this skull. I went ahead and took all the water out of the Home Depot bucket, stuck it in this 1-gallon bucket to keep it more concentrated. I did add a package of RIT fuchsia dye that I got from the thrift shop a while back. So let's pull this sucker out and check it. Oh man, look at that color. That is going to be freaking awesome. Look at that. That is super cool. Uh-oh, is that a teeth moving? Yep. Have to be careful of that. I'm going to have to glue these teeth back in. They're getting soft. Alright. No soft. No, we're okay. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave this thing to the morning time. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to let it dry. I'll leave it on the table. And then we can finish this little art project up. So I will pull this thing out in the morning and show you what it looks like a couple hours after I pull it out and it's dry. So we will see you in the morning. Alrighty, so I pulled the goat skull out last night to let it dry, so it's been drying for about maybe 9-10 hours. It looks great. I'm real happy with it. The teeth are kind of loose, so I might have to go back and put a little bit of epoxy in the pockets, but I'll wait to do that. I'm going to let this thing dry up a little bit more, and then I want to go ahead and get the urn out and get this prepped. And I think what I might do is go ahead and put 1 coat of satin clear overall. Or a matte clear, actually. I don't want it shiny, I don't think. But man, the dye really took the RIT dye, a little bit of fake blood, and that 1 package of fuchsia all in this gallon right here. I moved into the gallon so it'd be more concentrated, and man, that just turned out really cool. I mean, I'm really happy with that blood red color. It's gonna look great. And then we're gonna put a light under this thing too. So I'm gonna put this guy here. I'm gonna go ahead and keep all my my color. I end up putting that back into spray bottles, and then I can use that for spraying blood effects or for distressing something. Works out great. So I save all this stuff to use again, because it's still good. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all poured back into this gallon and save this stuff. Got a bigger funnel. There we go. I'm going to save all this good dye right here because I can use it for multiple projects. When I do my concrete skulls, I always put them in the bottom of the bucket and I soak them in the dye because they take on a red color. So I'm going to have just a little bit too much. Alright, I'm going to top off this gallon. I'll dump the rest. And we'll move on. I'll get this table cleaned up. I want to get the urn in here, and I want to put a horn on this guy because I've got a couple of dog chew toys, so I want to do that. We'll get him horned up, and then we'll make a little home for him in the in the little glass urn I've got for him. Alrighty, so the skull's about dry. I love the way it looks. I wanted to add one little detail. I went ahead and I cut a little dowel, just to have basically something to slide into the horn core, the horn shaft. Now that it's gone, I'm going to hot glue. I think I'm just going to go with one horn, and these are just simple dog chew toys you get from PetSmart or wherever. You can order them online. Amazon has them. I think they're called Icelandic ram horns. But I just want one little horn on this guy. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'll probably go with the smaller one. Yeah, that fits pretty good, something like that. So I'm just going to jam this little guy in there. Make sure this fits in there. And I don't even think I'm going to glue it to the skull. I think I'll just glue it in the horn. And then this guy will have one little horn to go on the urn with. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this guy up. So I'll just load up some hot glue. Just kind of fill this end of this horn up. And then I'll jam this little dowel in there. Hold that till it dries. Then I'll slip it right in the back of the skull. I don't want anything on the outside. So our little goat skull has one single horn. Alright. No glue on the skull. Let's go ahead and I'll just slide him in. Like so. Hell, I can pull him out if I want, and he's still got a horn on him. So that I'm happy with. So I think what I want to do next is get his urn ready. I have a glass urn that I bought from, I think, Hobby Lobby, or I got it from Michael's when they fill them up with like bath soaps and sea sponges and stuff like that. So they're fairly inexpensive. You can get them anywhere. Hobby Lobby carries them and stuff like that. I found these at the dollar store, these little bags of gravel in the flower section where you get all the floral stuff, floral foam, arrangements like that. I thought I'd use the black against the red because it would look nice, and use it as some weight at the bottom of the vase. Just dump the whole thing in. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Make sure a little skull fits in there. I hope so. Yeah, he'll be down in the gravel. Okay, so I got some weight in there. The next thing I wanted to do is do some Spanish moss. I think this is pretty cool. Again, this stuff is $1 at the dollar store. It's like, man, you can't beat this. It looks super cool. I use it in my my catacomb sconce. It worked great. But I want to kind of use this to hide a light. I've got one of those little get this stuff out of here. Man, this is messy. I've got a little puck light that I bought from I think it was Sam's Club. It takes 3 AAA batteries. You can do it manually, changes colors, or it comes with a little remote, which I thought was pretty cool. So you can turn the remote on, turn it on, you can change the color, green, red, white, blue. You can put it on for 60 minutes. It'll blink and tell you, okay, that's 60 minutes, 120. This one I think cycles colors, yeah, or flashes, strobe. Okay, so that's my plan. I want to stick this guy in the bottom and then kind of cover it with the Spanish moss. So that way I'll have something to kind of hide it, but I still like the Spanish moss. I think it looks cool. It's sort of a centerpiece where I can just go ahead and click the switch on, and maybe I can go ahead and paint this or wrap it in some tape or something like that. I'll put him a little bit towards the back. But this way the skull has something to rest on. And for $1, it's like, man, you can't go wrong. So, let's try that. Let's see if he fits in there yet. Yeah, I kind of like that. Little art project's coming along. See, this horn is probably going to have to be twisted back or moved. Let me see if the lid fits on this thing yet. So I might have to tweak that horn. Okay, he's in there. But I think that'd be a nice, cool little centerpiece for Halloween or for just the weekdays. Let me see if the urn works. I don't know if it's going to be able to get through with all this moss in there. Hey, it's on. Okay, let's go to red. Blink. Off. Alright. Let me see if I can kill these lights, and then I'll turn it on in the dark so we can see a whole lot better. Alrighty, so I got the skull on the urn. I went ahead and adjusted it around a little bit, tucked his horn in place, and go ahead and hit the little remote button. And it's on, so it actually does work. And like I said, you can go through the different cycles. You could do blue, you could do green, you could do white if you wanted it real super bright. I think the red is cool because it plays off of the red color in the skulls. Like I said, you hit the button for 60 minutes, blink, it's on for 60 minutes. But I think that's super cool for this old deadhead goat skull that I had forever. And I think I'll just put it on the dining room table for Halloween or for year round or whatever. Just a cool little display. Wish I had a turntable. But I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, you know, the colors are timeable, and it's just a cheap puck remote I got from, I think, Sam's Club. You get a kit of like 7 or 8 AAA batteries, plug them in. All you gotta do is remote them, turn them off, and you're good to go. Let me turn some lights on. Alright. But at least I finally found a use for that little old deadhead from Texas. A little goat skull. Been sitting outside drying for a long time. But I think it's a nice centerpiece. Just a little cool little art piece to do with the little deadhead I had and a dog's toy and some dollar store, what do you call it? Parasite grass or whatever. Spanish moss. And a little bit of gravel at the bottom, and gives us a nice little creepy art piece. So I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed my little art piece with my deadhead goat skull. Wanted to put it to some use, so I used this old urn and some dollar store stuff and a little cheap puck light to make me a nice little centerpiece. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you get a chance, go check out my brothers in a Trio of Terror, Vic Springston at his channel, and Dave at the Weird Kid Show channel. We're doing daily builds for quarantine. Just trying to keep spirits raised and keep everybody from, you know, looking at the news and worried about all the craziness and the madness going on in the world. So if you guys get a chance, get some free time, go check out my brothers in a Trio of Terror. You can go see us on our Facebook page. And you can also post your guys' project. What are you guys working on? You can feel free to post anything. We're not taking anything down. You don't have to answer any special questions. You don't have to be in any special clubs. If you make art, or even if you enjoy art, or you found something creepy you want to share, come see us either at Cobwebs and Candlesticks on Facebook, or the Trio of Terror page on Facebook as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this cool little, cheap little cool fast project. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.